Hey, how you doing, everybody? Oh, looks like it's going to storm out here, up here in Lake City. It's been threatening, since around noon, 1 o'clock. I just looked like it was going to rain the whole morning, but it ain't. It might have sprinkled some, but I ain't seen too much rain. Had a pretty interesting day out in the woods today. Didn't hear or see no turkey, but still a good day in the woods. Let's see what happened first. Well, I got out there at a pretty good time. Got out there before actual sunrise. I got out there about 7. I think it was around 7:15. Sunrise was like 7:34. I would have liked to have been about 15 minutes earlier, but it's just hard to get going in the mornings for me, even on my good days. But I went to my one spot where I always like to stop, a little blind I had set up during deer season. Got me a little chair there, and anyway, I like to sit out there. And I sat there and listened a lot. And did a crow call. They say that locates them. That's one way to locate them, because they'll call back on it if there's any around. You know what I'm saying? But and then I started calling. I try not to do it too much. That's one thing they say is newbies do a lot is they call too much. So I try to do, every 10-15 minutes, give a few yelps. And didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing. So I was there about an hour, and I said, well, I'm going to walk on up. Since there's nothing going on here, I already got plans where I'm going to go in the morning. So about 100 yards from here, but it's deeper into the center of the woods that I'm working. And I stopped there and called a little bit, didn't hear nothing. While I was walking, that's a tent on the back shed. Landlord's gonna have to come out here and put a nail in that or something, huh? But holy moly, that was a big old hawk. Dang. Anyway, so nothing. So I just kept going deeper, and it's just good. It's good looking woods, man. Places. It's just awesome. I like it. I stopped at another spot and did some calling, listened, didn't hear nothing. So I said, well, that's about it for this morning. And I wanted to walk down and show you all that field I've been talking about all the time, where it used to be, wooded, and then they cut it all down. Rumor was they was gonna have some kind of subdivision built in there, housing development. But that's been about 2 years ago, and they haven't. There's nothing been done more. I mean, they're not out there surveying or laying out anything. So, and I showed you all that little short that I sent y'all. So then I came back home, and I still wanted to check my snares, but I wanted to come back home real quick. And I should have grabbed my rain gear, because I could have got rained on, but it didn't rain. And vulture flying over. And but I regrouped, changed clothes, because I didn't need it. It was a little cool. It wasn't very cool this morning, but a little bit. And I took off a layer and got everything ready to go in and check the snares. And I wanted to hurry, because the way the forecast said it was going to be chance of rain and not thunderstorms, but because it's windy as heck. and about noon or so. So I wanted to get, it's getting to be about 10 now. So I said, well, I better get on out there. And I didn't do too much work. Like tomorrow is supposed to be a good sunny day and no foul weather. I'm gonna get out there and do some major moving around, deleting things and putting out some new ones. I'm gonna spend probably a few hours out there. These places that haven't had anything, nothing, that they're gonna be done. And so that was quick. I went through quick. Oh, while I was out in the woods, and I went deeper, I said, into the woods, I ended up being at where one of my sets are for snares. And so it hadn't been messed with the bait. There was still bait on it. So I said, okay, I don't have to come back to this one. And then when I went down and videoed the field, I got 2 sets on the edge of that field. And so I went and checked them. They were okay. They hadn't, the snares was okay. Still had fresh bait, or not fresh, but bait on them. So I knew I didn't have to go check them. So that's why it was real quick when I went out there checking everything. I had a couple I freshened up, and but didn't have anything. I've got to do more research, and it could be just there ain't many squirrels in this area, and some of it could be me. I don't know. Maybe it just ain't gonna work. I don't know. But I'm not. I'm still gonna try different things. I want to do some more research, see what else we can do. One thing I know I'm gonna do is build some live traps, and a lot of people, that's how they trap them. Mainly those in my people's yards, and I don't have a bunch coming in the yard. Every once in a while. Well, the 2 that I shot was in the yard, but that was when we had blowdowns from the hurricane, and they was messing in there. So, but the live traps, that's another thing I'm going to try. They might produce, maybe not. We'll see. But I'm not through with them yet. And it might be I'm going to have to, because I see them once in a while. Not usually one all by themselves, and maybe I'm going to have to start shooting them. And that's how I'm going to be getting them. So that'd be all right, But I thought putting out a bunch of snares, I was expecting maybe get 1 or 2 a day or something. Because I deleted a few, but I got about 20 snares out there. Got me an old snare line, trap line. But it ain't working out like I thought. But it could be the squirrels are kind of scarce. And it could be part me. Maybe I need to wear gloves when I'm putting them out, and all. That could be just my scent, could be part of it. Or maybe what I'm, I don't, maybe these squirrels here don't like peanut butter. Maybe they got peanut butter allergies, peanut allergies. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. But I'm going to keep trying. It gives me something to do. I get out there early in the morning, out in the fresh air, beautiful woods. I feel closer to God, or a higher power out in the woods than any other place I've ever been. So I enjoy it. I feel good out there. So I'm going to continue. Let's see what else. I know I gotta get something more exciting, and I think I'm gonna go fishing. It probably ain't gonna be tomorrow because I want to really do some working on the snares. But Friday, tomorrow's Friday, so maybe Saturday. I'll go down to 2 ponds down here, see what if there's any fish in that one I just found, and if they ain't, then we'll move on down to the other one where I know there's fish. It's just getting ready to catch one. We'll see. So yeah, I got all my rods out, uh, cleaning them up and making sure they're still functional. Probably gonna have to put some, I got vines. I gotta see what I got, and might be going fishing with my neighbor somewhere in Jacksonville. He says that they catch flounder wherever we're going, and that they also fish for mullet with a hook and line. I've never done that. I've always used a cast net, you know. But we'll, you know, it'll be fun, and so anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I really appreciate y'all watching my videos. Leave me a comment, suggestion, whatever. And you know, this is what it's about. I'm just trying to connect with people that I haven't talked to in a long time. Say hi, man, or girl. A few of y'all have made some comments, some words of encouragement. That's cool. But like I've said from the start, I'd like to make it interesting and, you know, so people watch it. But it started and still is for me to talk and get, if something's bothering me, I can talk about it. Maybe somebody will listen out there. I know I ain't told no stories lately, but the turkey deal has got that kind of thrown in the loop because I got to get out there so early, or, you know, I want to anyway. So that's what comes first, and then I gotta do, you know, check my snares. So it'll get back to that eventually. And today, I don't know, I've come back home, I had stuff to do. You know, I still got to kind of keep up, try to keep up. I try to, and I don't always succeed, but try to keep up with the housework and washing dishes and washing clothes. You know, I'm usually behind on it all, but, you know, I try not to get too far behind. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. And I think shooting these little short ones like I did today and a few other days is the way to go until there's something really exciting. Now, come deer season, it might get, but that's going to be cool. I'm going to, hopefully by deer season, I'll have a GoPro, and it'll be something, you know, I don't have to, because I have to have my hands free. And so hopefully I'll have a GoPro and video, you know, me hunting. So that's the plan. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of the day. Be safe. God bless you, and I'll talk to you later. Adios.